Wahoo! Good morning, everyone. Wahoo! Yeah, good. We never seem to know when we're ending. I never know when you're ending. How is everybody today? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. How is everybody today? There we go. Well, welcome. So, anybody here for the first time today? Like, this is your first time you've ever been here. Please stand for a brief moment. It's okay. You're okay. It won't be that hard. We'll see. Okay, tell everybody your name. Elizabeth. This is Elizabeth from New Jersey. Yeah, and this is her daughter, Laura, who is living here now. Are you an actress? No. Yeah. You're a what? Oh, you're a nurse. Oh, that's great. Which hospital are you at? I work in a nursing home. You work in a nursing home? Oh, that's beautiful. And it's your birthday. And I happen to know that she's turning, is today your birthday, your exact birthday? Today you are turning 29. Yes. What? Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, that's how I see it. Tell me your name. Fred? Fred. What do you do, Fred?
I work in real estate.
Oh, you're a real estate. Yeah, what? And you make YouTube videos. Oh, cool. Oh, Swan loves that. And you're...
My name is Lisa Marie, and I live in Santa Barbara. I work in hospitality. I am a massage therapist and an esthetician.
Wow. Are you also a speaker? Because you have it down pat. That was good. You could be a motivational speaker. That's great. And your name is? Karen.
I'm visiting from New York. I'm on vacation.
You're on vacation visiting from New York. Where in New York?
Hudson Valley.
Oh, I love the Hudson Valley. Like which little area?
Yeah, it's
Like Poughkeepsie,
County. It's
Orange County,
Hudson River.
Up the Hudson River.
Yeah.
I used to vacation at a little house in Peekskill.
Yeah.
Do you know where that is?
A little bit above there.
Yeah, I love that area. Okay, stay standing. Stay standing. Hello. Did we tell you to sit? So I'm going to ask the congregation something, and just listen. I just want to hear what you hear. We come together every Sunday as a spiritual community to do one thing and one thing only. What is that, everybody? Okay, good. What did Stan just tell you to say?
Right where I am, God is.
Is that what you all heard too? Yeah. So what we teach here is that right where I am, God is. So we celebrate God in you, Fred. We celebrate God in everyone and everything. And so we also have a special song for you this morning. Now, we have a gift for you right now. Go ahead, you can give those out. These are affirmation cards. Thank you for being our guest. And you can just throw them around your house, put them on your bedstand, and wake up and read them, and it really does make a difference in your life. So thank you for coming and joining us today. And now we have a song just for you. Stay standing. If everyone else would stand, this is for you. Because we want you to feel like you're family here, right? Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh! Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Ladies, let us make a joyful sound Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody, everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. Get up now. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let's give some love, John to Patty. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Welcome. Woo. Okay, good morning, everyone. Is that Franny back there? Hi, Franny. So how's everybody feeling? You feel good? You feel good? Mwah. Okay, so take a deep breath. I know you guys are like, don't we get a break? Nope. I always say to myself, why are you driving up to Westlake today? What do you dare to do? Why are you going to sit with people in a room and what are you sharing? Like, what's this all about, Alfie? That's what I call myself. And what we're about to do now is really why I come here. It's why I'm a minister. It's why my life changed so drastically when I heard Dr. David Walker speak and I saw a journey, a path that I wanted to take. And it was a path inward. It was a path to find out who was I really. I wasn't just an actor, just a writer, just a director, just all that stuff. Who was I really? And this path, this teaching, this community continues to ask me that question all the time. And I would like to think and know that you ask yourself this question all the time. Who am I really? So take a deep breath and let's just do a little bit of that, okay? So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, I will share. So as you take your next breath, so sacred are you. And the secret passages in your mind, those pathways, that place in you that knows who it is at all times, is right there, ready for you to tap into it. So sacred, so secret, so precious. Who you are is magnificent. You are magnificent. because you are this love, this intense, immense, expansive love. That's all you are. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. So sacred, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. I will share, 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 I will share this love. Take a deep breath. This love. Just take a deep breath. What would you like today? What would you like to leave here with today? What are you working on? What is bubbling up, working through you? Whatever you decide to say yes to is going to say yes right back at you. So what's your intention for this day? Where is your yes? Just lay it right out there. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, this love, this love, this love. Take another deep breath. And let's thank these three angels. So I'm going to bring up my cohort in crime here today. The very sassy, very funny, the very provocative, the sometimes scary Reverend Dr. Tiffany Mellon. Are you ready?
I love that introduction.
Well, it's all correct, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
So, you know what I didn't do, and I saved it for you. What is our vision statement at this center?
It is love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are.
And how are you doing with this?
You know, better and better every day. I think I think that I strive every day to remember who I am.
Yep.
And that's the intention that I walk around in the world with. Not that I always do. Forgive everything and love only becomes easier
When you
because
remember.
I'm setting the intention to remember
Right.
who I am at all times. And when I forget, I think I get back there a lot quicker.
But don't you notice when you're not loving only?
Yes.
Wow, that was like
Yes,
stuck
I
right in your
do.
throat.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
I do, which is kind
But you forgive easier
so
now.
annoying. I do.
Yeah.
I do because it's funny. I was looking when I saw Franny walk in. I remember Franny when I first came to this center in Westlake, and
That was like 30 years ago?
I'm only 38, James. But when I first came to the center, like I sat in the back of the room, and I wasn't entrenched in the community. I started taking classes, and but like I had crippling social anxiety. I was like literally horrified to like engage in any meaningful way in a group. And then I'm walking.
And yet you were a stand-up comedian.
For some reason, it was always easy for me to be vulnerable on a stage. Like I could tell all my deepest, darkest secrets from a stage and never had a problem. Not that I was doing that as a comedian, but I mean, sometimes it was. Some of it was true. But one-on-one, or being vulnerable and engaging in conversation where I would have to look somebody in the eye, was something I really struggled with when and now as I was walking through the community, I'm like, I don't have that anymore. It's gone, and it's because I'm committed to remembering who I am, and so sometimes I forget, and sometimes not.
And if you know who you are, you can talk to anybody.
It's true.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And plus, you married Austin, and he's helped you come out of your shell.
I mean, I did marry up, for sure. He's a saint.
Yes. So our theme this month is...
Wonder.
Wonder. How are y'all doing with wonder? Well, they forgot it till just this second. So are you living it? Are you really spending time noticing whether you have wonder about the world around you? How about you?
Yes. And for me, wonder is a very big and it's energetic. It's looking at the world with childlike eyes, that childlike wonder, and that awe, and it's a very expansive energy. And I feel like the older you get, sometimes the world becomes predictable. Craig Lincoln's meditation was about that.
I know. It's beautiful, by the way.
How many times, we have I've had so many conversations where I don't want to have the conversation because I have already mapped out, I'm going to pick up the phone and then I'm going to tell her this and then she's going to say that and it's going to become a whole thing. And and so by the time I pick up the phone, nobody ever disappoints me. That's exactly how it goes, right? And so for me, the practical application of how do I actively engage in wonder when we're creatures of habit.
Right.
We get into habitual thinking, we get into habitual living. I created this game for myself because I find that it's a lot easier when I make it a game to love only. I'm like, this will be fun. Let's try to love only all day. And it's called, I named it What Else? You can name it something better. But when I find myself thinking habitually, or or I'm going to walk into the sanctuary and I know exactly how it's all going to play out. I'm going to walk in and they're going to be rehearsing, and then I'm going to go get, my mic pack on, and then whatever. I will play this game where I'm like, and what else could be true? And I'll be like, well, maybe I'm going to show up and they're going to be blowing bubbles instead of singing on stage. What else could be true? Maybe there will be a clown.
Because that's what happened today. Yeah.
But it just sort of gets me out. It's and sometimes it's a lot more deep than that. Sometimes it's maybe I'm going to hear the exact thing that I need to hear that is going to open something up in me that I haven't been able to access before.
Yep.
And I do the same thing, if somebody cuts me off in traffic, sometimes the natural inclination is to think of them as a compound word that ends in hole, right? You get
WHOLE.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's that instant, but then I'll play this game and I'll be like, well, what else could be true?
They could be rushing to the hospital to deliver a baby.
Yeah. Or maybe they're a brand new driver learning how to drive and it was a mistake. Or maybe they're late to do brain surgery and need to get there. Is that me? It's totally me. Yeah. I just won't move.
Me or her?
It's me. But I don't know
it's you. Good. You're good.
I'll just stand like this and I won't move.
No, she's gonna give you a.
I feel like people should bow at me more often. That felt good. But that game of it's a silly game. It's a silly game to be maybe there's going to be a circus when I walk in. But it just gets me out of that habitual state of thinking that I know what's going on at any given moment, and to get into the wonder of, I wonder what else could be true, and to tap into the possibility from a practical way. Because sometimes I'm in it when I look at a starry night and I'm like, oh my goodness, and sometimes I'm really riding the wave of consciousness. And sometimes I am a little more challenged to live in the wonder. So
Yeah. So yesterday I drove to Palm Springs. And first of all, I want to say hello to everybody in Palm Springs, Palm Desert. We had our event. We were doing these monthly events in Palm Springs. And so as I was driving there yesterday, I asked myself again, why was I driving to Palm Springs? What was I going there to do? And I really wanted to stay in the wonder of it. And I decided, I was like, you know what? Whatever happens today, because, it's like church in a box there, because we were in Reverend Dr. Sharon Kelly's house, and who knows what's going to happen. And so I got there, and I stayed in the wonder of it all. Bless you. I had the most amazing day, and you're going to love, most of you that know I'm a little bit of a control person. Anybody know that? No, Robbie and I don't have that relationship. No. Everybody was sitting. Everybody came. It was a beautiful crowd of people. They all came. We were totally full. And the video wasn't working. The computer wasn't working. The television wasn't working. So the whole service that's all set up on slide after slide, we had videos to play. And I said to myself, I'm going to just go with the wonder of this. What could happen next? So you know what I did? I took my computer, put it on my head, and played it. And just walked around so everybody could hear the songs. And I literally did the service with the computer on my head.
So you turned it into a circus. It's not that crazy to think there could be a clown riding a unicycle when you walk into the sanctuary.
And I only did it for the first number, and then someone said, you want me to do it? I went, uh-huh. But it was great. And I think that what you're saying is true. It's like, what else? Instead of being stopped when something goes wrong, it's like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Like, what else could possibly happen here? I could wear a computer on my head. I mean, whatever it is. I love that. I'm going to use that. What else?
What else?
It's not a bad title.
Yeah.
What else? That's your next book.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. What else?
Or your first book.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
We'll get to it. Okay, you ready to do our affirmation?
I am absolutely ready. We're going to say it 5 times. I just wanted to see what your reaction would be if I just did that.
This is your show.
When you say I'm trying not to be a control freak, I'm like, well, let's see what happens if I say this.
You saw my body shit.
I saw you clench up a little, like, oh my God, please don't do that. We will say it twice to keep you nice.
You can do it as many times as you like.
To keep your heart in a nice, calm state for the rest of the service, we will say it twice. I'll say it once, and then you'll all say it with me. I live in a constant state of wonder. Ready? Wait. Deep breath.
She's more controlling than I am, by the way.
Craig Lincoln was like, is it good? Like, whose ego is going to win up there? And I was like, oh, I'm flattered that you think my ego rivals James. Like, maybe I was like,
First of
and then
all,
I was like, I don't think he meant that like that. And
what do we call ego? And what do we call ego?
Entertaining God only. Ooh, we did that.
So
good.
yes, we both have very healthy egos. Does everyone here have a healthy? Steve Brabant, don't you have a healthy ego?
We do stew the steak.
All right,
You never fail me.
So let's all take a deep breath and say it together. Ready?
I live in a constant state of wonder. You good with that?
I'm good with that.
Dr. Tiffany.
Candle?
Yeah. Robbie, would you give me some pretty music? So everybody, take a deep breath. She's just lit that candle. You know that intention I asked you to lay down at the beginning? Revisit it here. That's that light. It just went on inside of you. Yes? Eric, yes. Take a deep breath and let it go. Because I have a real big surprise for you. Thank you, Robbie. Good ending. So, I bet you all have like the people that are like the closest to you in your life, your closest friends. And the gentleman that's about to come up here and sing for us is one of mine and Kevin's closest friends. He also happens to be an amazingly talented singer. And well, he's going to tell you about this song a little bit, but I think, I'm just going to introduce him, and then I'll stay here for a moment while we talk about it. Please welcome Mark Arthur Miller. It's okay. Thank you for getting up on Sunday morning.
This is way too early for me.
Is that on? Okay, good. So the song.
Can I do one thing?
Yeah.
Because I've always wanted.
Use the microphone.
I finally saw this happen, and I always wanted sort of like the James Brown thing, and it was done just a minute ago, and it's like on my wish list.
What?
Excuse me, could you hand me this mic just like you did for her?
Wow. Could you take my headset off and put it up just like that? So you're about to sing a song that your father wrote.
Yes.
And he wrote it for you.
He wrote it for his kids. I always say he wrote it for me, but then all of them say he wrote it for them. So
it's and your father's name is?
Ron Miller.
And what else has Ron Miller written?
For Once in My Life. Touch Me in the Morning. Yesterday, A Place in the Sun, If I Could.
And we're going to sing
and a bunch
today.
of other songs, Broadway musical.
Yeah. Mark Arthur Miller.
Barbra Streisand first recorded this song along with Ray Charles and a bunch of other people. And when Barbara did it in her concert, she dedicated it to Jason, her son. But I told her my pop wrote it for me. And if I don't remember the words, he will haunt me. If I could, I'd protect you from the sadness in your eyes, give you courage in a world of compromise. Yes, I would. If I could, I would teach you all the things I never learned. And I'd help you cross those bridges that I burned. Yes, I would. If I could, I would try to shield your innocence from time. But the part of life I gave you isn't mine. I watched you grow so I could let you go. Oh, if I could, I would try to, oh yeah. We'll go back. If I could, I would help you make it through those hungry years. Though I know that I could never cry your tears, oh, but I would. If I could, if I live in a time and place where you don't want to be, you don't have to walk along this road with me. My yesterdays don't have to be your way. If I knew, I'd have tried to make this world better for you. But there really wasn't much that I could do. But I would. Oh, if I could, I still would. If I could.
Mark Arthur Miller. See, never tell yourself, never jinx yourself by saying my.
Well, you know what it is. The problem is I think I've told you, this song is so hard for me to sing.
It's hard for me to listen to.
You know, because I mean, he passed in 2007, so I don't have this song in my show anymore for this reason. Because halfway through it, I just see pictures of my dad, you know, in front of me, and it's really hard to sing this song.
And speaking of your show, Mark is going to be appearing at the Catalina Room.
Catalina Jazz Club in Hollywood.
How many of you have been at the Catalina Jazz Club? It is the most amazing jazz club, and he has this act with these girls, and he wears a really tight silver lame suit,
Yeah.
and he does all, and it's like you're thrown back to that time
It's
period.
my dad happened to be the first white writer for Motown, and I won't cheat you out of the story if you come to the show, but I wrote a script about my father and I, and we were separated for quite a long time, and I think it's a great story, and there's an 8-piece band, background singers, horn section, and we raise the roof and hopefully make you dance and laugh and cry. And
I've seen
do
the
whole-
show 3 times, and I'm coming next week. Yeah. Mark Arthur Miller, we will
Catalina
send
Jazz,
out the details.
Catalina, they will send out the details, and thank you so much. I love being here always.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Mark. It's funny, I've been looking at, listening to this song all week, knowing that it's coming up and I'm going to speak after it. And I somehow decompartmentalized it enough that I didn't. I'm turning into Rick Tamlin. I compartmentalized it enough that I didn't really deal with the issue of what would I do if I could for my children. Until we got to rehearsal today. And I'm great, I'm doing good, I wrote my talk, everything's great. And he started to sing it, and I just lost it. I was like, of course, what would I do if I could for my children? But I want to start with a quote from Eric Fromm. I have this, don't I? Okay. So I'm going to read this. I'd like you all to read this along with me. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Close your eyes and let your spirit start to soar, and you'll live as you've never lived before. And this is from a very profound, prolific psychologist, amazing metaphysician, who had a lot on his plate when it came to freedom. And he ended up really being the spokesperson for the freedom of mind, the freedom we all have to think what we think. There's a line in the song that Mark just sang called, it says, "If I could, I would try to shield your innocence from time." If I could, I would try to shield your innocence from time. Let me go back here for a second. I just wanted to make sure I didn't do a slide for that one. I feel like what I do on a Sunday is that. I work to shield our innocence from all the crap in the world. You know why you like coming here on Sunday? Because when we get here, everything stays outside the doors. And we allow ourselves to step into and to be absorbed into this sense of wonder, this sense of truth of who we are. And I get to be, and Tiffany gets to be, and all the ministers that come onto this stage get to be someone who tries to shield your innocence from time. And ultimately what that means to me is getting to that part of you, that heart of you, where nothing has ever touched you. We talk about this all the time in this teaching. There is a place in you where you've never been touched by anything that's gone on in the world, in your life. And if we are eternal, and I believe we are, then life after life after life, time after time after time, we come and play this game, and we do this wonderful game called life, and then we are absorbed back into this beautiful field of love and creativity. But I think where we're getting to emotionally and mentally and creatively is a place where we can start living from that place even while we're playing the game called life. And that's what I want to talk about today. Albert Einstein said this: He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. I know that's a little intense. It was like, let's do that cheerful quote this morning. But it's true. I mean, as Dr. Tiffany said up here, if we think we know everything, what's the point? I don't know everything. I know you all think I do, but I don't know everything. And the things that I thought I knew, I now don't know. And I'm happy with that. I am happy to be a teacher, and I consider myself, teacher is like at the top of my list of things I love to do. Yes, I love speaking. I love being a minister. I love counseling. But teaching is the thing I most love doing. But what I really love now is that I know that everything I teach is questionable. And I can be questioned by anyone, and am constantly questioned by all of my students, because I set it up that way. Our motto is question everything. Because when you question me, and when then I question myself, I have to answer it and figure out maybe it's a different answer. And if you don't like my answer, now I have to listen to your answer and then pay attention to that. So this whole idea of not being willing to be in the wonder of life, I don't get that. And I think that's who we are in this room today. So I know that your eyes are not closed. I know that your eyes are wide open and that you're willing to ask the really deep question, which is, who am I? Because at the end of the day, that's all we're ever asking ourselves. So the title of my talk today is, what are you willing to know? So just ask yourself that for a minute. What are you willing to know? So if there's all these things in the world to know, are you willing to know that you're intelligent? Everybody good with that? Yep. And I don't mean like a specific level of intelligence depending on how many years of college and grad school you went to. I just mean, are you willing to know you're intelligent? Are you willing to know that you are healthy no matter what? Are you willing to know you're healthy and vibrant no matter what? Are you willing to know you're rich even if you're having some financial difficulties? Are you willing to know you're rich? Because that is the truth, right? Are you willing to know you're lovable, even if you're not? And I can point you out. How many of you are you willing to know that you are love itself? That's what you are. That's all you are. Are you willing to know all of this? Mark's song illustrates how each of us is on this singular journey that we must, each one of us, explain for ourselves. Even though we are one, we have this great thing called individuality. And we are here to take the journey individually and find out, what do we know? So the song, if I could, I would take everything I knew and implant it into your heart. It's kind of what I do on a Sunday. I implant everything that's going through me. I take it and I just share it with you, if I could. But at the end of the day, I can't. I can get up here and share my life, and I do. But what you do with that is yours. So what are you willing to know means, what are you willing to do with what you've learned, what you hear, what you understand? What are you willing to do with it in your life? How much of it are you willing to work with in your life? I'm sorry, Reverend Dr. Karen's not here today, Oxrider, because I'm going to quote a woman that she worked for closely and for a long time, and it's this, from Jane Goodall. I don't think that faith, whatever you're being faithful about, really can be scientifically explained. And I don't want to explain this whole life business through truth and science. There's so much wonder to behold in the world. Not there's so much, it's theirs. There's so much wonder. When I found this quote, I was like, yeah, that's me. I'm very much into quantum physics. I want the science of all of this. But at the end of the day, if I'm not going to believe it until it's proven, where did my wonder go? And I love when she says this, I don't think that faith can be scientifically explained. There are things that we just know, aren't there? Don't you just have things that you know? Like, I know, and we're going to talk about it tonight for those of you who show up on Let's Talk tonight at 6 o'clock. It's where do we go from here? I know that when I am done, when my last day on this planet happens, that whatever's next is just as equally exciting and amazing. I'd like to think I get smarter. I'd like to think that each one of us, the minute we die, we get smarter, because that seems like a good reward for all this, right? But I'd like to know, and I do know, there's just something in me that knows this can't be it. Call it whatever you want. And I can even go to science and say, well, because energy can never be destroyed. And I am energy. And so if energy can never be destroyed and I am energy, I can never be destroyed. So there, scientifically. But still, something in me is like, yeah. And love. When you fall into a state of love, do you think it was your mind that created that? Or is it something else? Some other energetic field, this vibration that just happens upon you. You go out to the beach and you're watching the ocean. What's going on there? Are you figuring it out scientifically? Or do you just happen to be immersed in and absorbed by because you are the ocean itself? That's what's going on. And that's the wonder that we have to get back to. Yeah, we studied this thing called the science of mind, but it was called the science of mind and spirit. And Ernest Holmes was all about love and law. And I think we've lost the love part a little bit. We're too busy trying to figure it all out. So, back to my question, what are you willing to know? Well, let's go to Wayne Dyer. I love that little man. I see me as that someday, but with hair. Wayne Dyer, nothing wrong with not having hair, though, for all of you. I think we're good. Oh, yeah, okay, John, thank you. I was like, I haven't insulted anybody. Sorry, John. Oh, and Robbie, sort of. Yeah. So, back to the talk. Let's get back to the seriousness of this. So, to be more childlike, you don't have to give up being an adult. Let's just stop there for a minute. To be more childlike, right, Austin? You don't have to stop being an adult. I just love that sentence. I can still be an adult and be childlike. I can still walk through a room with, 50, 60 people in it with a computer on my head because I don't care, because I'm okay being childlike. So, the fully integrated person is capable of being both an adult and a child simultaneously. Recapture the childlike feelings of wide-eyed excitement, spontaneous appreciation, cutting loose. When's the last time you cut loose? Yesterday? Oh, these 4 ladies here, this is not a question to you. They're on a birthday weekend celebrating a 90th birthday, and I'm surprised they're sober this morning. You're the 90-year-old almost just said, we're really not. So, recapture the child. This is a wacko day. Did you notice that? Recapture the childlike feelings of wide-eyed excitement, spontaneous appreciation, cutting loose, and being full of awe and wonder at this magnificent universe. So, what are you willing to know? That you can cut loose at any time. that you can be in the most amazing state of childlike wonder and still be responsible. It's not either or, folks. It's all of it together, all at the same time. And maybe, just maybe, the most responsible, grown-up thing you can ever do for yourself is tap into your childlike wonder. Maybe we need to start being responsible to really tap into who we truly are. There's a responsibility I think would be really well-founded for everyone, to really make it a sincere decision to live my life from this place of full abandon, just living my life out loud. Yes? How many of you would like to do that? Yes. And what about the rest of you? You're like, no, we're good holding back. So, final thought. This is for you two, Doug and Corrine. You all know which painting that is? What's it called? Starry, Starry Night. Vincent van Gogh said, I don't know anything with certainty, but seeing the stars makes me dream. What if in this last week of wonder for this month, what if we really honestly, like Dr. Tiffany said, we really walk through our days with my statement of, I know nothing. Now, what can I know? In our marriages, in our relationships, in our workplace, in our bodies, I know nothing. Now, what can I know? I think that's what Vincent van Gogh was talking about. The minute we're so certain about something, we've just boxed it in. We have stopped ourselves from allowing it to be something even more, even greater. Last night, as I was leaving the desert, I was walking outside with Al and Marcy Welland and Rick and Chuck, and we're walking outside, and Marcy screamed. I thought she fell. But no, she didn't fall. She had looked up at the sky, and the crescent moon looked like it was hanging right over the building in front of us. Did anybody else see the crescent moon last night? And I was like, what? And she goes, look. And I was like, ah. And we just stood there. And the wonder in my heart, and the stars. And she was like, and what stars are those? Of course, Al was like, grab your phone, just put the phone up at it, it'll tell you what it is. And I was like, I don't want to know what it is. I'm just good seeing it, experiencing it, feeling it. And that crescent-shaped heart was just so spectacular. So I got in the car, and I drove home. So it was a 2-hour drive home. And for some reason, that crescent-shaped moon stayed in my windshield. It was there, then it was in the middle, but it stayed with me the entire drive. And when I got out of my car in Studio City, I turned, and it was right where it was when I left. And I had this feeling of like, it doesn't matter where I go in the world, I am always going to be under that moon. Because I am that moon. There is this inner connection between everything that exists. And so, what I realized is, I can't know it for you, but I can know it with you. And I could come in here today and talk and share what I want to share with you, but I can't do it for you. This is something you have to do yourself. And I'm just here to tell you that there is a moon, a crescent-shaped, brilliant sky in the center of your being, your heart, that is connected to every other heart in this room, in this city, in this state, in this country, in this world, in this universe. It never leaves. It's wherever you are at all times. You can call it God. You can call it love. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But just don't ever forget that that's who you are. You are the childlike wonder of the universe, expressing itself as the most beautiful, amazing adult ever to grace this planet. Now we just have to go out and prove it. Namaste. Thank you. All right, let's all take a deep breath I know everybody's crying. Me too. Come on up, ladies. As you take out your contribution, your commitment, your giving, whatever you want to call it, your membership, your just the love that pours out from your heart, I just want to say thank you on behalf of the Board of Trustees and myself, just saying thank you for supporting this center, for supporting this teaching, for being a part of a center that is not resting on the laurels of a 1927 book that is brilliant, but is asking us all to know more, to be willing to say, what's your thing? What else? What else? Because that's really what makes us alive, to keep saying what else. And your financial contributions to this center, your commitment to us financially helps us to do that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's know this together, shall we? Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of my spiritual center, knowing that it returns, how? Multiplied abundantly. Michael Jackson? Not really. Here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Everybody now.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day.
This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful
Carol.
day. Thank you for my joy, Spirit. Thank you for my joy.
Thank you for my joy, Spirit. Thank you for my joy.
My abundant, abundant, abundant joy.
My abundant, abundant, abundant joy.
Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life.
Everybody, thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life.
Magnificent,
Magnificent life. My magnificent, magnificent, magnificent life. I want to say thank you. Everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
'Cause I'm so grateful. Everybody.
Grateful.
So grateful.
So grateful.
Emily.
Thank you for this place, Spirit. Thank you for this place.
Thank you for this place, Spirit. Thank you for this place.
This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful place.
This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful place. I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
'Cause I am so grateful.
Grateful.
So grateful.
So grateful.
So I know that there is only one thing going on, and that is the infinite movement of life playing itself out perfectly in every single life in this room, online, whoever shares in this beautiful day's celebration. And I know that what we have given here today of our money, our time, our talent, our love, ourselves, all of that comes back perfectly played out in the most amazing experiences of life that we could ever imagine. Yes? 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 And I know that is so. I let it be so, as we all say together, and so it is. So thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Really loud.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day.
This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day.
I want to say thank you.
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 Good morning. It's Sunday, April 23rd, and here are your Global Truth Center announcements. There's so much going on at your Global Truth Center, and the one place to discover it all is the calendar page on our website. You can find it at globaltruthcenter.org/calendar. On this one page, you'll see all of our events listed with handy links to learn more and sign up. So remember, globaltruthcenter.org/calendar. Today, right after our celebration, the Wisdom Women's Group is having their monthly meeting at 12 noon with special guest speaker, Dr. Sue Rubin. You can participate live in our classroom downstairs as well as on Zoom. You'll find the link on our calendar page. Tonight at 6 p.m., join Dr. James for Let's Talk with our discussion topic, Where Do We Go After This? This event is live on Zoom, and you'll find the link on our calendar page. Looking ahead on the calendar, save the dates of May 6th for the Reiki Experience Workshop and Saturday, May 13th for the performance of 24 Hours of Madness. You can sign up for the Reiki Experience right now by visiting the calendar page on our website. Finally, we're looking for volunteers for our hospitality team to help set up and clean up downstairs after our Sunday celebration. We're so appreciative of Ann Monahan and her team for creating this loving space for us on Sundays. If you enjoy this time for fellowship, please consider volunteering your time so that we can continue to provide this opportunity for everyone to gather after celebration on Sundays. Many hands make light work, so we appreciate your willingness to join in on Sundays. You can always find out what's going on by visiting our calendar on the website. To find it easily, just use your cell phone on the QR codes you see throughout the sanctuary. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Thank you, Thor. Ann Monahan, where are you? Come on up here. Cynthia, you're coming up here too. Let's give a round of applause to these two ladies. Yes. So, yeah. Ann.
Yes.
I'll give it to you in a minute. No, I can get, wait. I have another one. So, these two ladies, for the 5 years I've been here at least, and with a lot of you, all of you in there that have helped, but these two especially, and Ann especially, who's just tireless. She shows up here. I'm in the office, and in she walks with bags, shopping for the week. They make this our home, and they treat it like our home. And the other day, we had a very busy weekend. We had a celebration of life for Hans, and then we had service, and just so much was going on. And these two ladies, and Ann was here for hours, hours. I was about to buy her a cot to just put down there. And so I asked her to come up and talk a little bit, because I would love us all to help. To just, even if it's just one day every few months, that you say, great, I'm happy to do this on this day to help these ladies get in and out quicker. Ann, do you want to say anything? And she hated this. She was like, I'm not doing that. No, I don't want to ask for help. I went, too bad, we're doing it. So, Ann.
I had to nudge her along too, so.
Yes, thank you. Yes, Sherry is outside with a sign-up sheet. How handy is that? Marilyn, if you have your recorder going, because it won't happen again, we do need help. Yes.
And if Ann is saying that, we need help, yes.
So what we really need help for is the cleanup. It goes on and on when there's just two of us. And all we're asking for is 1 hour a month. That's not a lot. So Sherry will have sign-ups for the first Sunday, the second Sunday, the third Sunday, the fourth Sunday. And it's just for after service. I think we're pretty good on before service. We seem to have it together. We'll find out. If you get down there and you don't like what you see, don't tell us, okay? But anyway, this is all done in total love, complete love. And you can show your love for each other by helping us clean up and be ready for the next one. So thank you very much.
Hold on, Cynthia. I got you. Okay. So I heard some people go, what is that? 24 Hours of Madness. The NoHo Arts Center for New Thought, which is where we started my ministry in North Hollywood, was a theater company within a church. We had the whole thing going on at once. And we did this thing called 24 Hours of Madness, where on a Friday evening at 7 p.m., 6 writers, 6 directors, and 30 actors come together. A writer picks 2 themes and has to write a play about those 2 themes. He then picks a director. The director picks a number. That tells him how many actors he gets. And then he picks those many actors. So you end up with a writer with 2 themes, a director ready to direct, and actors ready to perform. The writer then goes home that night and all night writes a 10-minute play, turning it in by 6 a.m. the next morning to all the actors. And then we come together, we do a read-through of all the plays, and then we spend the entire day rehearsing, staging, putting props together, costumes, and by 7 p.m., 24 hours later, the next night, the audience comes in and watches 6 brand new one-act plays. So we have done this. This will be our 20th 24 Hours of Madness. So I'm just putting together all of the, yes? Oh, thank you. Did I write it? No. Just wondered, that's all. But Eric Bork will be writing a play this time, and I will be writing a play. My son will be writing a play. We have another TV writer.
Is it Margaret writing one?
And Margaret Owens is writing one, so God knows what that'll be about. Yeah, I think she is. Is she, though? We'll see. So anyway, it's a great night. That's what it is. There are 2 ticket prices. You can pay $50 for a weekend ticket, which means you get to be here Friday night and watch how it's all put together. You can come in through all day Saturday and go to anybody's rehearsals and watch what's going on. And then you have a VIP ticket for the evening to see how it all turned out. So that's one. And then, or you can just pay $25 and come as a theater goer and watch the show. So that's that. The other thing is we're going to do a benefit a theater outgoing benefit at the Bourbon Room with my husband, who is doing a show right now. Now, we'll have to say this correctly.
I will.
Go ahead.
Some of you have already seen it. I've been working on this wonderful production. It's called 44. And it is a musical.
The unabridged.
I will finish this myself. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Are you okay with me talking?
I don't know. I'm trying to see how I feel. My body.
So it's 44, which is the presidential number of Barack Obama. This is not a political show. It is written by the most wonderful gentleman, Eli Bauman, who was a Saturday Night Live sketch writer. I play former Speaker of the House, John Boehner, in my very deepest voice. It is a fun outing, and what we are doing around it is creating a theater night. So please come out if you have any desire to be part of the community. We'll do it as a fundraiser May 20th. That's Saturday. That will be our closing performance of the show. It's going to be a blast.
At the Bourbon Room.
At the Bourbon Room in Hollywood. And if you have any other questions about it, just come see me. I'll be out in the breezeway after the show.
And the important thing is, it is not political. Whether you are a Democrat or a Republican or an independent, you will still find a lot of this funny.
It's very fun.
Yeah, thank you.
There
Okay,
you go.
good.
All right, that's
that
it.
was good. You did really good. Was there anything else I was supposed to cover besides Lexi? Come on up. Did it. Oh, can I tell them you're going to sing on Mother's Day?
Sure.
Good, okay, good. So what happened today?
We did bubble snakes.
Bubble snakes? What did it teach you?
We talked about wonder, remember?
Yeah, we talked about wonder.
Great. Can you show them your whatever that is? What is that? Tell us what it is.
I put bubbles on the paper and it made a shape.
Wow, it's very I can't even imagine what that is. It looks like a tree. Does that work?
It looks like a fish.
This is what wonder looks
A fish, and that's what wonder looks like. Okay. Oh, wait, was this part of it too? Oh, wow. What is that?
Accidentally.
Tell us.
This is actually an old activity that we did, making a polymer, which was kind of fun. And today what we did was we took socks and put them on the end of water bottles, put some color on them, dipped them in a pebble solution, and blew on it. And a bubble snake came out, which was really awesome and fun. And then we went, what if we put it on paper? What would it look like? This is kind of what it looks like. And then we accidentally put it on this activity, and this is what it looks like.
That's kind of cool. You could do like a whole, what are those things called when you hang them up?
Sun
mobile.
catchers.
A mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
And the key to our lesson today wasn't, oh, that's kind of blobby goo. The lesson was, what would happen if? Right?
That's what we talked about up here.
Right. Okay, so you guys know. Good. I'm glad you guys know. So the whole concept for us was, what would happen if we just played with this?
Yeah.
What happened if this came out?
And what would happen if it
like?
didn't have to look like something?
Exactly. Yeah. So does it need to be a gorgeous, fabulous picture?
No.
No.
Because it's not. So that's good. No, I love it. You're such a good actress.
I know. I mean,
you were good in 24 Hours of Madness.
I was great in 24 Hours of Madness. I'm going to do it again this year because I loved it.
Good.
Did you remember the artwork you brought home from Hawaii?
That's beautiful. Well, wait a minute. I brought home a self-portrait from Hawaii, but no one told me it was a self-portrait till halfway through, so it ended up looking like an elephant. But then I channeled my inner it's being hung in the house, so too bad. Okay, so we have a special...
Not in any house I live in.
We'll talk. So I have an announcement to make, too, a special announcement. Shall I? Okay. So on Mother's Day, I will have the Reverend Dr. Tiffany and the Reverend Dr. Liza sharing the stage with me. But there's a beautiful, beautiful song for Mother's Day that is going to be sung by Lexi and the girls. Yes, they'll all be singing together, but she's going to be starting up our Mother's Day with, what's the name of the song?
A Mother Like You.
A Mother Like You. So you don't want to miss Mother's Day, right? Tell them, don't miss Mother's Day.
Don't miss it.
And so it is. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Lexi. Okay. So everybody take a deep breath. Come on up, ladies. Mark. Oh, Consciousness on Demand today is all handled, all by himself, Eric Bork, which means you're going to be downstairs in the office.
No, I'll be up here.
You like it up here?
Yeah.
So he'll be up here in this room. If you have anything happening, come on up, Mark. If you have anything that you want to work on, anything you want to know the truth about, if you just want to expand your wonder, go sit with Eric Bork, the Emmy Award-winning Eric Bork. Or if you just want to talk to him about your script idea, he's going to be stuck in this room right here. There you go. All right, take a deep breath. I am very grateful, so grateful for Mark Arthur Miller coming here today and bringing that message and that inspiration. I'm grateful for every person in the room, Austin for inspiring Tiffany to come out of her closet, to all of you for coming out, for everyone online, everyone in Palm Springs, Palm Desert, Seattle, New York, New Jersey, Uganda, the little village there that listens to us every week. Each one of us in this room is tapped into that beautiful crescent moon, that moon where everything exists all at once. So I know this day continues to unfold perfectly, and I just say thank you, let it be so, as we say together, and so it is. So everybody stand, and let's remind ourselves what a wonderful world we live in. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what do you think, everybody? What a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed days, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
The colors rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how are you?
They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself. Robbie, hold. Tomorrow is Reverend Dr. Nancy Bergren's 90th birthday. And that's the best way to sing our final line. What a